the AI Skilling Alliance, we can bring the full power, and we will bring the full power, of Microsoft to Kenya, connecting the dots across the work in education, entrepreneurship, research, infrastructure, and policy to drive a concerted effort to scale impact. The Alliance is more than a platform. It is a movement.
One of the big contributions, because we've been asked to do some skin in the game, is that we are working on an AI opportunities plan across the country. And we're doing a sprint. It will not be perfect. Perfection is the enemy of progress. The idea, to your point, is that there's a lot of investments I'm seeing. There's a lot of movements I'm seeing. So what we've taken it up as an office is to do the AI opportunities plan. We are happy to bring you on board. We have a big research group. We have a couple of universities involved, and we're looking at county by county. And that will inform anybody who wants to understand, if I go to Garissa, this is the AI opportunity, right? But also, what are the limitations, right? They don't have compete, they don't have talent, you will see it in that, and so happy to share that with you in terms of that.
First and foremost, none of us can do this alone. The challenge is enormous, the opportunity is enormous, and therefore, collective action between public sector, private sector, training institutions, educators, civil society, development is pertinent. Number two, as we continue to see evolution of AI, we need to have the right data sets, we need to have the right insights that can drive AI transformation and skilling in a way that works for Africa. And therefore, coming together, bringing in all our collective capacities is so important so that we can flip the coin and do a demand-driven AI development.
Moringa's mission is really to develop the tech talent that the world needs. And so as that has evolved over time, we're always looking to evolve what it is that we're offering. And having a foundation in offering software development, data science, cybersecurity, we're now really looking at what are the needs for AI skilling. And I always find that AI is such a broad term, and when you want to take that into skilling, you actually need to break that down to, okay, what kind of AI are we talking about? What exactly do we need? And we also need to understand what employers need, because for us, it's always been about the connection of skilling to jobs.
One of the programs we've been running over the years has been hackathons, where we bridge that gap of, yes, you have the talent in terms of machine learning engineers, data engineers, software developers, UX designers, and then you have the private sector, the business side on one side that has these different challenges that they're trying to solve, but they are not really getting the solution. So how can we crowdsource the expertise from the communities to build better solutions that these organizations can then absorb?
As the Alliance was being formed, I said, one is, how do we continue to drive awareness? Because we have many skilling modalities, we have many opportunities for youth. How do we actually make it simple for youth to find these skilling modalities in a way that doesn't confuse them? And the second one, which I believe is very important to keep feeding the funnel, is storytelling. I truly believe that people need to understand, if they get skilled, they get a job and it helps transform their lives. If it's an entrepreneur or a developer, success needs to be seen to get more people into the funnel. So for me, I think part of the role that the Alliance needs to do is really think about storytelling and making heroes of people who have done skilling programs so that you get more youth to follow in that journey.
Since August 2023, the ILO has been convening a community of practice, and I know many of you from that community, on digital skills and jobs in Kenya, in collaboration with the Ministry of Labor and the Ministry of Communication, Information and Digital Economy. This has brought together stakeholders from public institutions, the private sector, and training providers. And we hosted 5 in-depth discussions, all closely tied to the Kenya National Digital Master Plan 2022-2032. These discussions have generated a lot of actionable policy ideas that are now informing our national dialogue on elements like 1, a digital labor policy, a comprehensive digital job creation strategy, clear digital skills, standards, and guidelines. And very importantly, too, is strengthening the capacity of local business process outsourcing sector as a catalyzer for employment creation.
So far we launched the AI Skilling Initiative last year in November, and so far we've been able to train over 600,000 people and certify 142,000 people. So it's a combination of everything. So last year we had partnerships with government, education, civil society, as well as non-profits. And the idea was to be able to drive engagements that can be able to, and private sector as well, to be able to ensure that we can be able to drive those engagements through and customize our local learning to ensure that we're meeting people where they are. So we not only just did AI fluency, but also really getting to the level where we can be able to train people on, what does it mean for you in finance or HR or marketing, but also in terms of developers as well as organizational leaders. So we also partnered with like KPMG to be able to deliver training for CEOs in finance, for example, to make sure that they understand how to deliver or understand the technology, but also in terms of how should they drive that transformation within their companies.